Hi, and welcome to Astro Bites for Wednesday, the 7th of August 2024. Well, so what have we got going on today? Did you survive yesterday? Hopefully we all have. I am, of course, recording these on Monday, and so I'm again doing my time traveling, and I have no idea what might have unfolded. But what I do know is what the chart tells me. And if you remember the other day, I was talking about how astrology does give us this opportunity to have a little bit of a handle and structure on how to manage the unpredictability of what life throws at us. And so hopefully, and I think this is having the desired effect, these Astro Bites are giving you that little handle to just get us through day by day. I'm finding actually recording them are extremely helpful for me because I'm kind of thinking, oh, okay, oh yes, well, that'll pass, and this too will pass. So actually, it will all actually be okay. But back to today. So it's the 7th of August and the moon is still in the sign of Virgo, and Mercury and Venus, Mercury retrograde and Venus are virtually conjunct. And so we have this energy in Virgo where we've got Venus that can represent love, relationship, and Mercury in this case, we'll look at it as the representation of communication to do with relationship. This might be a day that is good for going back and talking to someone that is dear to you, a loved one, about issues, situations that need to be relooked at, that need to be revisited. It would be a really good day for that. And tomorrow as well. So the other major aspect that we have today is the Sun in Leo is making a sextile to Jupiter in Gemini, and of course Mars in Gemini. But let's just stick with the Sun-Jupiter sextile today. So the Sun in Leo is in the sign, of course, it rules. So it's always actually, the Sun in Leo gives us the opportunity for it's like everything else that might be happening in the cosmic weather forecast, however much it might be, excuse me, still getting over this COVID-y stuff. Everything, Leo is ruled by the Sun. So it gives us a kind of an overlayer of success, positivity, and creative ways to think through the difficulties that are on those lower frequencies and levels. So it's actually, I feel, a really lovely placement, and it's making this sextile, which is a very helpful aspect to Jupiter in Gemini. Remember, Jupiter, opportunity, luck, expansion, growth. It's in Gemini. So of course, it is actually underpinning this kind of energy that we've had around for the last couple of days, which has been a bit full of anxiety and fear and jitters. And Jupiter and the Sun coming in with this sextile are saying, it's okay. It will pass. These things, sometimes what happens is actually lucky things happen. It's not just bad stuff that happens unexpectedly. Lucky stuff can happen unexpectedly too. And so, however bad things might seem, whether it's on the world stage, whether it's in your own personal life, don't worry. Try to see the bigger picture. Try to look at where, and this is where I'm going to bring in the word for the day very cleverly. Try to look where your beliefs come in. What beliefs do you have that can keep you locked and kind of stuck in a certain cycle of thinking? Because what happens is, with our beliefs, they keep us locked often in what I would call distorted thoughts. So let me just expand on this a bit, because it really is quite an interesting thought. And I'm just going to bring up something else that I want to, with regard to beliefs, what alternatives are there to my belief? I mean, that's an interesting one, and it's something that we don't often think about, because the belief is so deeply embedded in our psyche that we're not aware that we're living our life out based on that belief. So we could ask ourselves the question, am I jumping to conclusions? Am I assuming my view of things is the only one possible? Or am I asking questions that have no answers? I think these are really valuable questions that we need to have somehow in our conscious thinking to help us manage beliefs which can be, as I say, so fixed and rigid and determine the way that we manage our day. Keep us locked in being in our own way and not getting out of our own way, and trusting still that whatever might be unfolding yesterday, today, that you know what? The divine still has our back, and it's okay. The divine is on your team, even when it can feel like you're completely alone and isolated. Just know that actually that's when the divine is really, really holding you up, holding you close. So there we go. That's what my Astro Bite for today is. I'm not going to do too many pre-records of these, because I'm just going to do kind of like 2 for the next couple of days as I go, because there's so much happening on the planet. I just feel it's important for me to keep up with what's actually unfolding, as opposed to what the astrology might be indicating, because I think it can be more helpful then to use the astrology in that positive and constructive way. So thanks for joining me. Please remember to do all those liking, subscribing and sharing stuff, because, you know, it really does help with the algorithms. And I think with subscribing, there's been stuff that goes on with YouTube where they automatically ask you to pay for a subscription so that you don't get ads. And it kind of can get a little bit confusing. And I think it's about standing back and just going, no, 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 I just want to subscribe. So I'm just asking you, that would be really helpful for me. Just subscribe. Ignore all the things that ask you for money. I'm not asking you for money. I love doing this. That's why I do it. All right, my darlings, I love you loads. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a good day. Bye for now.